Welcome, everyone, to Locks of Lore. My name is Benny.
And I'm Tash.
This is Locks of Lore, where two hairstylists get real about the life behind the chair.
We are talking client drama, money talks, industry tea, and everything you'd normally only hear in the back room.
Whether you're a stylist or just love the beauty world, welcome to the group chat.
Hello, friends.
Hi, everyone. How's it going?
We're
We hope you had an
back.
amazing week. We are always back, and we're a little late, but we are back, and we will never be gone. So never worry.
Never
Yeah,
worry, we're here.
never worry. We're here. We're just doing things. How you feeling today, Tash?
To be honest, I'm just a little hungover today. I, you know,
Yeah.
I don't, I do not drink often, and so when I do, last night I had accidentally a couple too many glasses of wine, and I
I love
am
this for you.
hurting today. I'm not feeling very good.
It's
But I'm
okay.
here,
You know
everybody,
what?
so
We'll take it easy on you today. Don't worry. Of course, we have discussed the fact that Henkel is purchasing Olaplex. And I'm sure everyone is very excited about it. And I brought it up when I was, down in California. I was like, wow, I'm sure everybody's so excited to be getting Olaplex. That's going to be so much fun. You're going to have a lot of fun working with that one. And there's some interesting news this week. So apparently, Olaplex is promising clinical trials for a new oral hair loss medication. Whoa.
what the
Okay. Now, what do you think? What do you think that means? What do you think about that product? Would you trust that?
You know what I want a product for that I always have thought about? I shouldn't even put this out there because someone's gonna steal my idea. I I
Mm,
want
probably Olaplex.
I want an oral pill for, uh, natural color, like, for people that are going gray. I want an
Oh,
oral
they
pill
already
to
have
keep
that.
your hair. What the?
Yep, they have
Where
that.
is it? Does it
I
actually
can't remember
work?
the name. Okay, so the photos look really promising. So basically, there's an oral, and then I'm pretty sure there is a topical as well. I'm pretty sure. I think there's both. I might be wrong, but I definitely remember seeing that this product does exist, and it's supposed to slow the process of graying and reverse it a little bit. It doesn't obviously completely stop it, but it's like if you were going to be 70%, you might be 50%, maybe 25% over the course of, however long you choose to take this product. I don't know.
Okay, I have not
But
heard about this. I thought I was the inventor of this. I really thought I was, like, gonna be a bajillionaire. I want a pill that takes somebody from 100% gray back to their natural color. I don't want no 70 to 50%. I want 100% gray to
oh,
0% gray.
okay.
I want the
It's
whole
called
thing.
Array. This is pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna send you this link right now so
Really?
you can see it. Yeah, it's called
Okay.
Array, and these photos look really cool. So this is after 1 year of taking this product. Array, not today gray. Okay, here we go. Ah,
Array
it's a
not
song.
today, gray, array.
So graying hair, white hair. So it
Okay.
works. Start now. Graying hair. This is when pigment starts to fade out, but holds some color. Okay, so you have to start when you're graying. White
Okay,
means the
and then
pigment
they
is gone and reversal is unlikely. Okay, so if you're still graying, then it is fine. But if you are actually in the white stage, then
yeah.
that pigment has stopped coming back.
Okay, and it looks
Okay.
like it's a 1-month supply is 38.25 or a 6-month supply, 195. Interesting.
That looks like a really interesting product. So that does exist. But back to Olaplex. Obviously, I guess you're okay with taking an oral supplement to make sure, for your hair. I know a lot of people that might be weird about taking an oral supplement for something like that. Although I guess it
Yeah.
depends on what the before and afters look like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anytime you're taking an oral anything, there's always side effects that go along with it. So I wonder if there's any side effects with something like this one and with the Olaplex one that you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, so this line has a bunch. They have shampoos, conditioners, serums, and supplements. I wonder if you have to take like all of it, the supplements, shampoo,
Yeah.
serum, because
Yeah.
that can be pretty bottlenecking because what if it's not good for your actual hair? What if your hair doesn't enjoy the
Yeah,
feeling of it, but it's good for your scalp?
except that there is when you first click on this website, it says, like, "What do you want help with?" Do you want help with, like, hair health or slowing down gray or getting thicker hair or all of the
My
above
god, if
was
there's
one of the
all of the
options.
above there's all
So,
of these things.
yeah, like, literally, it can do everything.
Whoa, all of the
We're
above,
gonna
smash
try
that button.
this. Smash that.
I want long hair by tomorrow fucking morning. I
Oh
don't wanna
my
deal with
god,
having it
a
grow out.
ray! Are you gonna give us long hair by tomorrow?
Oh, I hope so. I hope it's an
Wow.
immediate
Okay.
fix. So that's some interesting hair news. I guess we'll see what happens with this Olaplex thing if they come around to actually making a hair loss breakthrough. Okay,
Mhm.
Dermix reported positive phase 3 results for VDPHL01, a new oral minoxidil pill for pattern hair loss. So basically, it's a pill version of minoxidil. I mean, you could just take minoxidil as a like topical.
Did you know that minoxidil
Minoxidil. Yeah.
has, if you take minoxidil or use minoxidil, you have to be super duper careful with your animals. Did you know this, Benny?
No, please tell me more.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of cases of animals, like, getting really sick, and some have actually passed away. So if your animal comes and sleeps on your pillow with you or, like, licks your pillow or, like, just
Um,
comes in contact with the minoxidil, it's, like, super duper poisonous, I guess, to animals.
oh my gosh.
And it's I think it's caused liver failure, something like that. It's not good. So, anytime you hear somebody that's taking minoxidil, let them know that.
Minoxidil is extremely toxic for pets, especially cats. It can be fatal even tiny amounts. It causes severe cardiovascular issues, including low blood pressure and heart failure. Keep all topical minoxidil products securely locked away. Apply in a closed room and wash hands immediately after use. Danger to cats. Topical minoxidil is highly toxic. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Nobody
Isn't that
talks about that.
scary?
So if
Nobody
you have
talks
a
about that
cat
at
and
all.
you use minoxidil, you need to be V careful. Maybe this
Yeah.
pill is the answer for you because it's not a topical, it's just a
That's what
pill.
I'm wondering. Yeah.
Okay, so you can actually get minoxidil pills. This isn't anything new, but it's
I
prescription
th
only.
I think, unless I misunderstood, that that also has the same effect, like, you still have to be careful with your animals, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that link told me that it's a topical minoxidil.
Yeah.
Keep all topical minoxidil products securely locked away, apply in a closed room. Because, yeah, I guess if you would put it on and then go lay down on your pillow, then of course now there's minoxidil on the pillow and it can
Yeah.
cause cardiovascular issues now than breathing it in.
Scary.
It's so scary. Not my kitty
Yeah.
cat. I don't have a kitty cat, but that's still sad.
I do, so thankfully I'm not taking minoxidil.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Tash, I have something special for you. Guess what we're doing today?
What are we doing today, Benny?
So today we're gonna play a game of Would You Take This Client?
Okay. Let's play.
Yep, let's play. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 5 different salon scenarios. And at first, you're gonna tell me what you think about this client. And then I want you to tell me why you would say yes, why you would say no, maybe some
Okay.
boundaries you're gonna have to set up, something you're gonna have to establish in the beginning, how you would
Okay.
attack
Approach
or no,
this.
how
Okay.
you would approach, well, maybe attack, who knows? How you would
Approach or
approach
attack,
yeah, if that's part of your
whichever
strategy, then
route you
that's part of
take.
your
Yeah.
strategy. Yeah,
How do you know I don't
we wanna
attack my
hear it.
clients? Yeah,
Just runs at them with a blow dryer and a scissors in the other hand, just,
exactly,
"Ah!"
exactly. It's my
Yeah,
claim
why
to
not?
fame. Yep,
It's your claim to
okay,
fame. Okay,
let's
so
do this.
client number 1, the high spender with control issues. Okay?
Hmm.
This is
Okay.
a new client. She reaches out to you saying she's been salon hopping, trying to find the right stylist. She only wants top tier services, tips well, buys all the retail, and says price is no issue. However, she sends multiple paragraphs before the appointment, voice notes, a full Pinterest board, very specific expectations. She also
Whoa.
asks things like, "Can you guarantee I'll look exactly like this? How long will this take?
Whoa.
How long will this last if I follow everything perfectly?" She is a high ticket client. She's going to be very loyal and she's very serious about her hair. Red flag, she's micromanaging. Maybe has some unrealistic expectations, and there can be potential for future complaints. Okay. So, off the top, what are your first I wish everybody could see your face. What are your what are
Yeah,
your first thoughts about
I'm
client
not
number 1?
loving this. I'm not loving this. I don't love the paragraphs of texts and Pinterest boards. Like, one thing that I don't love, I don't mind every once in a while, like a sentence or 2 or image that you send me because you have questions, but, like, we can do the consultation at your appointment. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm maybe spending time with my family, I'm maybe working on another client right now, and some people are, like, texting that wanting answers immediately, but, like, part of your experience coming in and having an appointment with me is also the consultation. Like, we're gonna talk about all of that when you're in my chair, so I
Mhm.
don't appreciate that. Um, honestly, I would I take this client?
Would you take this client?
I feel like I would pass this client on. I don't think I would want
Really?
this. Yes, I don't
No?
think I would want this client at this point.
Okay.
I just I think that sort of
What is
uh
your deal breaker? Like, what is the point that you decide, "I don't think this is right for me?"
I think it's the texts and the
The text.
paragraphs and paragraphs, like, just sort of like the whole personal space kinda thing, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, "How did you get my number in the first place? How are you
Yeah,
texting
yeah.
me?"
Who are you?
Yeah, I you know, it's boundaries are really hard with clients like that, and I feel like if that's how this client is right off the hop, it's only gonna get worse. Like, I feel like I just want to, uh, dodge that bullet.
Okay, so then are you not gonna book that first appointment? Are you gonna say, "Actually, I'm sorry, my availability is now gone?" How do
I
you
Yeah,
how do
I
you
think
fire
that's
that
maybe
client
what
in the
I would
spot?
say, or I would say, like, "I actually have a different stylist in mind for you that is so good at this. All these pictures that you're sending me and stuff like that, I have somebody that is"
Yeah.
yeah, like,
The perfect
"Seeing
fit.
what you do, I have the perfect fit for you. Seeing what you're looking for, I have the perfect fit for you." With my
AK
friend
somebody with the
Benny. I'm
patience,
gonna
yeah.
send her to my friend Benny. "Oh,
That's
you live
funny
in
because you
Toronto,
know
it's
what?
perfect."
This is actually probably a not a large chunk of my clientele, but this is a chunk of my clientele.
This
I
is
am
ideal for you.
totally fine with this.
This is your
Yeah.
dream client.
But you know what? I am now this is just across the board. This isn't just with clients. I'm really bad at texting. It is just a
Yeah.
it's a personal problem of mine that I've never really quite corrected. Actually, the only time in my life I was really good at texting was when I had a BlackBerry because everything came in one inbox, all my emails, all the messages, all of the text
Ah,
messages, everything was one inbox. And so the fact that I have to open and close apps and keep it's like my ADHD
too
goes
much.
wild and it's too much for
Yeah.
me. And so I have to focus on one app. And then after like a little while, then I'm like, I get squirrely and I close the phone. Anyway, so if somebody sends me a long text, I see the length of it and I immediately say no. Like I don't even read any of it. And I will just like heart it or like it and I'll say, "That's so great. We'll get into this when we get to your appointment." Or like keep sending me
Yeah.
those photos. I'll see you in a week and a half. And that way they
Yeah.
know like I've seen it. I'm not going to read it because we are going to talk about it when you sit in my chair. But if you
Yeah.
do feel like sending me photos, and I do tell my clients this, I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. You send me those 5 photos because you're gonna fucking
Mhm.
forget. You're gonna sit here in my chair and you're gonna be scrolling through all your tit pics trying to find the fucking
Yeah,
photo
for
that you
20
want to show
minutes.
me.
Yeah.
So just send it that way when we get here. Exactly.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't mind it. Like, and I actually do like voice notes over long texts because I can listen to them while I do things. So if I saw a
Yeah,
voice note, I'd be like, "Oh, okay, cool." And I also think, and maybe this is from what I've noticed, is after a while, the person who is this way in the beginning will not be that way forever because they're just nervous that the other person doesn't know what they want. As soon as somebody understands that you know what they want, they stop. And most of the time, I'm at the point now with these people where they don't even have to tell me. And I know their parameters. And every spring, summer, I know what kind of blonde they're looking for. Every fall, winter, I know what kind of dark they're looking for. And they'll say, oh, and unless something new comes up, they'll just say, oh, I want to go dark. And I'm like, cool. Same as last time. They're like, yeah, cool. And then that's it.
so you're
So,
thinking that you can change this client's personality and that she's
yeah,
so everyone else, she's every other stylist that she's had, she'll
yeah.
before every appointment, she'll send paragraphs and paragraphs and photos, but somehow, Benny, you're gonna change her, and
Well, one
she's
of two
not
things
gonna
is going
do
to
that
happen.
anymore with you.
One or two things is going to happen. She's either going to like her hair enough to continue coming to see me, and if that is
Yeah,
that's that scenario, then she's gonna realize real quick that sending me these long texts is not gonna fucking get a reply. So keep sending them, babe, because I'm not gonna reply to them. But if you wanna get an appointment, you're gonna have to book that appointment, right? So, like, at one of these texts better be, "Let me get an appointment," you know? Or
yeah,
option B, she's not gonna like her hair and she's gonna move on, and I've still made a ticket for at least one day. So, either way, cool, have a seat.
yeah.
If
Okay,
I see you again, that's great. If I don't see you again, that's also great. Somebody will sit in that chair.
yep, love
Because
that for
there are
you.
also
She's all
stylists
yours.
out here who are so good at marketing that they don't have a lot of return clients. So, I'm not trying to say I'm one of those people, but there's enough people to come around that will probably not come back.
Yeah.
That's just the way it works, you know? And especially
You
when you're at
know,
a margin that's really high end, if you wanna pay me this much money to sit in my chair, have a seat, babe. Have a
you
seat.
just You just reminded me of a post that I saw actually this morning, which I know has is becoming a problem in the industry. And it was somebody went to get their brows microbladed, but I've seen this with hair stylists as well. Someone went to get their brows microbladed, butchered, like their brows just looked absolutely horrific. Turns out that the stylist or the esthetician that they went to stole photos, like, built an entire Instagram page with other people's work to try and get clients in their chair, and then they're just
Whoa.
new into the industry, but they're claiming that that's their work, so this person's going in there thinking that this is the work they're gonna get, and then they walk out bawling their eyes out because now they have, like, permanent, massive, horrible brows tattooed on their face, and
That's so
yeah,
scary.
isn't that? And so I've also seen that same scenario in the hair industry, people saying like, "Hey, my work was just stolen by so and so." It's on their page claiming that it's their work, like,
That's
so
wild.
there you go. Yep,
Watermark your shit, people. Watermark
yep.
your shit.
I used to watermark my shit all the time, and then I stopped. Like, you remember when that was kind of the trend?
What if you need to get back into that Teshams?
Yes, maybe. Maybe we start that trend back up again.
Yeah, I love this
Like,
for
did
you.
you ever do that? Did you ever watermark your stuff?
No. I never watermark my stuff.
I
I
I
watermarked
did.
videos. I watermarked
Yeah,
videos because for some reason I thought people would, like, screenshot videos, but I guess I never realized people could also just screenshot a photo.
yeah.
Hmm,
Think about it.
yeah, hmm,
Okay, shoot
something to
me another one.
consider. Okay, let's go.
Who's
Let's
the
keep it
next
moving.
client? Okay.
Next client. Okay. Client number 2, the influencer opportunity. A client
Oh,
with a decent social media following, not huge, but solid engagement, wants a huge transformation or full transformation. She offers to tag, post, and promote heavily. However, asks for a significant discount or partial comp in exchange. And her previous tag stylists don't seem to be getting real traction from her posts. The take is exposure, content, and potential new clientele. The red flag, low ROI, undervaluing your work, pay me in exposure energy. What are your thoughts on this
s
client?
you know I love social media.
You love
I
social media.
I am a sucker for, um, what's the word I'm trying to say? Collaborating. I'm a sucker for
Oh,
collaborating.
yeah.
I'm such a sucker for we both get something out of it, whether that's like a trade or whether that's like I feel like I'd go for it and maybe I'd do it
Yeah.
once. And if nothing, no real traction comes out of it, I've kind of, learned my lesson with that particular influencer and maybe I wouldn't do it again. But I don't know. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. I'd
Okay,
I'd
okay.
I'd I would definitely make sure that they're covering all the costs of their color, of course, and then some. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be doing this for free, but
yeah.
I think we could work something out.
Okay, okay,
What about
okay.
you? How do
I
you
would not
feel?
take this client.
No?
No, I would definitely not take this
Interesting.
client. No, this is not for me. I don't not that I don't need the exposure, I don't need to find 20 new clients, 10 new clients. Like, for me, I am fine with taking 5 or 6 new clients a year because of the way my schedule is booked out. I don't need that type of work. And in my eyes, the way I look at it is if I'm gonna come down to the salon and do someone's hair and not make money, that could have been a potential for someone to pay me money. So I'm
Yeah,
not losing potential money for maybe money. I'd rather just put that in there. And to be honest with you, I find that some like the best clients are the ones who still pay you and they refer you.
yeah.
I'll take that,
You
you know?
know, I it's funny because we both look at it in a different way because for me, I'm not doing it to gain clients. In fact, I don't really take new clients on.
Mhm.
I would be doing it more for hopefully more followers, more likes, more traction because I just love social media so much. Like,
Yeah.
I would be in it for that, not for trying to gain more clients in my chair.
You see, that's interesting because oh, that makes sense because I don't post hair content. I don't have
Yeah.
clients on any of my Instagrams. I used to have a hair Instagram, and now I just have one for, Chair Collective. I have one for me personally, and I do have one for my work. But even that, I'm trying to gear more towards, session work and styling as opposed
Mhm.
to, a set of highlights. And also, you do crazy vivid. So I would
That's the
imagine for
thing
you
is,
getting
like
someone to do crazy vivids, it's like they're gonna do the craziest shit when they're not paying for it, and you can go
yeah,
fucking crazy.
exactly, like, I'm doing it for the content and for, like, the
Yeah.
photo shoot value of it, like, I'm picturing,
You're in it
like,
for the plot.
I'm getting a like, a model for free here, like, I'm
Yeah.
getting,
Yeah.
I'm bringing in my Fujifilm nice camera and doing a shoot out of
Yeah.
this. So, like, for
Yeah.
me, this is my favorite pastime is, like, creating content like that, so that's why
So reach
I
out to
this is
Tash
ideal
if
for me.
you
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
you're yeah, if let's talk.
Let's chat, if you're client number 1, hit me up. If you're client number
Yeah,
2, give Tash
Tash.
a call.
Yeah, this
I
is
love
perfect.
this.
Okay,
This is perfect. Yeah.
next.
Okay, next. So this is client number 3, the loyal client with chronic lateness. She's been coming to you for years.
Mm,
She's kind, always happy with her hair, refers people, and genuinely enjoy her. However, she's consistently 15 to 20 minutes late every appointment, no matter the time, no matter the day, and it throws off your entire schedule. Take loyalty, relationship, referrals, red flag, time disrespect, operational stress impacts other clients.
mhm. I have one of
Okay, so
these.
what are your thoughts? Oh, okay.
I have one.
Okay,
I already have
yeah,
one of these. Um, I have learned I've tried different tactics. I have learned to tell them their time is earlier than what it
yeah,
actually is.
yeah.
So that's one tactic that I've kinda tried.
How'd that work?
The other the well, the th sort of like the thing that I've ended up coming up with that works better is, I mean, I'm charging them from the second their appointment starts until
True.
the second that their appointment leaves. Do you know what I mean? So, like, if you're
Yeah,
not here, I'm still charging you.
that yeah,
So it's like
yeah,
I'm still getting paid. I've just had to learn like, the only kinda sucky thing is I've had to learn not to book someone right after them
yeah.
because I'm kinda giving myself a buffer, but yeah, I mean, literally, that's, like, not a potential client situation for me, that's, like, a real one. Do you have any of
Okay,
those?
so would you Oh, I'm sure so many of my clients like that, but to me, it's like, I don't I don't really care, you know? I'm pretty
Mhm.
good at figuring out a way to make something half an hour quicker, 45 minutes quicker. When I started doing hair, I started off as, like, an assistant, but my boss at the time that really took me under her wing was a stage artist. And so one thing you learn right away when you start doing stage work is how to make a 3-hour service happen in an hour and a half, you know? You
Yeah,
don't have that kind of time to go through a whole ass fucking technique. So I learned right away if I can blow dry someone's hair in 45 minutes, take my time. I can also blow dry hair in 15 minutes. And
yeah,
is it gonna look as beautiful? 98% of the time, yes. There's maybe that 2% clientele where they have a little bit of a frizz or whatever, and, like, they know
yeah,
because they're late that I have to rush this blow dry. Most times I can finish it, and that's usually where I pick up my time is on the blow dry.
yeah,
And also it really helps me knowing that I have products behind the chair. I don't use any of those 10-minute colors, but having, like, express tones that I can
yeah,
literally fucking put on your hair and in 1.5 minutes, I
it's
am
gone.
washed
Yeah,
and it's off and I can do a root shadow, I can do a pull through, like, not a big deal, you know what I mean? Of course, there's time I can use a product that takes 20 minutes, but I can also use a product that's 5 minutes. So and also being in a city like Toronto, the traffic is unbelievable. Like, you
yeah,
have no idea the amount of times I've gone to left my house and I'm either gonna be half an hour early or 15 minutes late, and I have no idea until about halfway through my route. And when I leave, my Waze says, "Okay, you're gonna be there 20 minutes early." 50 I always try to
yeah.
get to work 15, 20 minutes early at least. The amount of
So
times I'm late to
unpredictable.
work is probably half the time, and I have no idea. And sometimes I'm work like, the other day, oh my god, this was so stressful. I was almost 40 minutes late to work. I was at the
Oh,
point where I was starting to
no.
shake. I was gonna be okay, when I left, it said I was gonna be exactly on time. So I was like, "Okay, at least I'm exactly on time." And then halfway through, it creeped up 10 minutes, it creeped and then I was just stuck in gridlock traffic, and then it was one
Oh,
of those situations where
no.
every turn you took, it just got worse and worse and worse. And I didn't realize it was because the gardener was closed all weekend, and I guess
Oh.
it just impacted every route around it, and so it happens, and even when my clients are like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," I'm like, "Listen, drive safe, get here when you get here." I mean, if they're always late, then I'll know, okay, that person's late, and to be honest with you, I don't schedule lunch breaks, so the amount of times I'm like, "I know this
Yeah,
person's gonna be here in 20 minutes. I'm gonna fucking run down, and I'm gonna grab me a so and so," and when they get there, they're also the first person to be like, "Oh, you're not back yet? Okay, cool. I'll see you in 5 minutes when you get here," you know?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'm not that I don't care, it's just I don't see that as a that's not a deal breaker for me. I, in fact, will use that
Mhm.
if I can, you know? Sometimes I need that
Yeah,
break, sometimes I need that buffer. Sometimes I'll book that person where I know the person before you probably is gonna take an extra 20 minutes to process. So,
mhm.
here's my buffer. I also have 2 really cute dogs, so if you're gonna be late, I'm either gonna
Yeah,
walk them or
yeah.
they're gonna keep you company while I'm late. So, really, at the end of the day, it's Gucci.
It all works out. Yeah,
Yeah, it all comes out in the wash.
yeah. Okay, what else
Okay,
have you got
so
for me?
all right, we have client number 4, the hair history nightmare, but honest. Okay, so
Hmm.
this client sits down and immediately says, "Okay, I'm gonna be honest." I'm sorry, whenever somebody starts with that,
Yeah,
my
what
ears
is
are
she gonna
fucking
say?
perked. Yeah.
Okay,
And
I'm
she
scared.
proceeds to tell you everything. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. She proceeds to tell you everything: box dye, color removers, bleach attempts, a phase where she just needed to feel something. Her
Oh,
goal is a big transformation, and she fully acknowledges it may take time and multiple sessions. Okay. Take honesty, realistic expectations, long term client potential. Red flag, unpredictable results, high correction workload, risk factor. What do you
okay.
think? Yeah,
I'm not afraid of that at all. Um,
me neither.
yeah, like, I mean, I love a challenge. I always love a challenge. I always love
Yeah.
a color correction. I
I actually
also
also love a color correction. Yes.
yeah. I also I think it's so funny, and I love when people cut their own hair at home, and then they come in and, like, need me to fix it. I enjoy going through someone's, like, at-home work and making
Okay,
it
I'm just gonna
better.
say this right now. Literally, the last episode, you just fucking said that you wished people stopped doing their hair at home with these hair videos and these butterfly videos and these crazy
That's you know
techniques,
what?
and
You're right. You're right. I did say that. I did say that, but I take it back. I enjoy it. Do it. Do it.
do it, do it. In fact, do
Do
it
it, and then
immediately before
come
your appointment with Tash just to see what the
yeah,
fuck happens.
and then come see me and see how I feel that day, because some days I like when you do that, and other days, I don't like when you do
That's
that.
so funny. That is hilarious.
Yeah, to me, that's not a problem. I feel like yeah, like I said, I'm always up for the challenge, and I think going into it, you would just need to be, proceed with caution, knowing that, like, who
Yeah,
knows what's under there when it comes to color? Who knows if they've,
yeah.
boxed or used,
Well,
like,
it said that they're
some
very
stopper
honest.
store lightener. Yeah, okay, so they'll tell me.
They said they were honest, so they
So,
told you, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
yeah, so, like, I'm up for it. I'll just proceed with caution.
Yeah, yeah, I love that,
How about
and I'm the
how
exact
do you
same.
feel?
I would
Yeah?
I'm the
Okay.
exact same. I love a color correction. In fact, some of my absolute best customers have come from someone fucked my hair up, and this is what
Yeah,
happened. We need to fix it. And then now I've given them short-term goals, long-term
yeah,
goals, and the amount of times now it's been like 5, 6 years, and like we forgot what the initial problem was, and now we're just like the best friends. I've had clients that come to me with hair that
totally.
is broken at the top of their head because I do a lot of bleach out. So
Yes.
people that'll come in with hair at the top that's like this fucking short. And
Yeah,
I'm the first one to say, "No, we're still bleaching your hair out, babe. Don't worry.
yeah,
Like, we will fix that section. You stay blonde. We'll grow it back out, and
yeah.
fuck it. Let's go. Live your life.
I
Live your life."
I can relate to that, especially with Vivids, like, I'll have people trying to
Oh,
go,
yeah.
coming to me from having a Vivids experience elsewhere where their hair's been melted off, or do you know what I mean? Because
100%.
you can do great Vivids, but the trick to Vivids is for a client that wants to keep going with it, you have to be good at keeping the integrity of the hair and the longevity, right? And
Well, and
so,
color
like
theory, instead of just bleaching your canvas out every
yes,
time, like, use color theory to
exactly.
actually work with the
Yes.
canvas. Yeah.
That is, like, always my biggest tip when I have students coming in from the hair school. I'm like, "Instead of now, like, putting bleach all over this whole thing that you did last time, like, how many times can you do this before this client's
Yeah.
hair is just gonna be so compromised?" But
Yeah.
that's what ends up happening, right? And so, like, I have some clients that came to me for Vivids that had been somewhere else, had their hair melted off, starting, we've started to grow their hair from, like, their ear length or something like that because it all broke off, and now it's,
Yeah.
like, down to the middle of their
Yeah.
back, and they're still getting
100%.
Vivids, but we there's a way to do
100%.
it healthy, right? So, like, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
totally.
Alright, so if you're this client, you can go to either of us. You've got options on the East Coast, West
Yes,
Coast, well,
we're
not
both happy
coast,
to
but
take you.
East End, West End of Canada. So,
Yes.
just book a flight if you're anywhere else. You know how to find
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Or fly us out to you if you live somewhere cool. We'll
Yeah,
travel.
even
We're willing to
better.
travel. Yeah.
100%. 100%. Actually, I've
You
gotta
got
get
any
my
more?
passport renewed. So yeah, I've got one more. I have to get my
Oh.
passport renewed, and I'm really trying to time it to have no roots at all because
Ah.
I'm at the point now, Tash, where I have to bleach every 10 days, and I'm almost infuriated by seeing, like, a millimeter of
Wow,
roots.
that's hardcore.
Like,
Every
right
10
now,
days.
I'm like, "Oh,
Going
can't wait."
crazy.
I'm, like, itching to bleach it.
Wow. That's
I know,
wild. I'm the
right?
opposite. I love a rooty look. I love seeing some roots in there. I love the depth that it gives.
Oh, I can't stand it. I just love
Mhm.
fresh alien blonde.
Yeah, you know what? I do love an alien blonde, especially with the eyebrows. I love when
I've
someone
always
takes
wondered
their
if I
all
should
their
bleach my
eyebrow
eyebrows.
Oh, you should, because you know what? The worst thing that happens is you don't like it, you just tint them right back again. It's not like
I know,
you're
but then the
committed at
tone
all.
is not the exact same, and, like, if it's off,
Then
I'll
just
look at
shave
it,
them
and
off.
nobody will know.
Just
"Ah!"
shave you sh your laugh? Nice laugh.
I would never. Can you imagine just shaving them off?
Oh, I love an alien. I love an alien. I
I'll try
love,
bleaching
like,
them in the summer.
yeah, like Yolandi from Antwoord. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
She's, like, my idol when it comes to, like, her hair and eyebrows. I
Mhm.
love her look. Yep,
You should
it's
cut, like, a
hot.
super long mullety vibe, that'd be so cute with you, like, shaved side.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Hmm, hmm.
Yep.
Here for it. Okay, so client number 5, the dream result, budget reality. Client comes in with amazing hair, virgin or close to it, perfect canvas. The result she wants is completely achievable and would look incredible for your portfolio. However, she's very upfront that she has a tight budget and asks, can we do this in a more affordable way? She also spaces appointments out longer than recommended to save money. The take, she's an ideal result, portfolio worthy, and low technical stress. Red flag, pricing misalignment, potential dissatisfaction over time, and slower progress. What do you think?
Okay. Um, like, I think we would have to come to some sort of compromise because I'm not like, if you're bringing me in some, we're taking you from dark to blonde or something like that, and you wanna pay $100, like, that's not gonna
Yeah,
happen. It's just
yeah,
not like, we're probably not even gonna be covering the cost of color, let alone,
yeah.
like, the stylist getting paid. So, in if
It
they're
does
willing
say,
to come.
though, that it's a realistic expectation. So it's not some massive thing. It says technical stress is low. So this is an easy, like, let's say she's a level 8 naturally, like super bright naturally, and like
Yeah.
wants a full Vivids look or something like that. But,
You know what? It's so hard sometimes to not give, uh, like a pity discount or whatever, do you know what I mean? But
mm-hmm,
you just can't
mm-hmm.
you can't do it. Like,
You can't do
it's
it.
not fair to yourself and to your other
Mhm,
clients either, who are paying
mhm.
full price for their service, and, yeah, I just feel like unless this client is gonna kinda come to a compromise on either the price or something that is even more realistic for what they wanna pay, then, like, we're not aligned, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you somewhere that, an Ultra Cuts or whatever that's a bit
yeah,
more affordable for
100%,
you, you know? What do you
100%.
think?
Yeah. I think it would really depend on a couple of the factors. Now, if it's, like, super technically stressed is, like, low, like, there's literally no thought behind it. It has to be very little to no cost at my end. I would let them know what's in parameters with their budget. I would say, okay, with what you can afford, you can expect this. If they're
Yeah,
okay with that, I don't care if you want to come in once a year. I have clients that come in once a year. I have clients that come
yeah,
in once every other year. I don't care. If you think it looks good, you want to live with that at home, that's on you, babe. Love that. So I don't mind this client because as long as they're okay with, like, you saw my price before you booked it, so you know what you're walking into. If you
yeah,
still couldn't afford that, then, you know, at that point, you're still paying a cancellation fee, so you
yeah,
might as well pay the rest and get the service done because you booked for that, and if it
yeah.
doesn't line up in the future, then it doesn't line up in the future.
Yeah, like, I get they wanna space out their appointments more and everything, but sometimes that works okay depending on what you're going for,
Yes.
but sometimes clients aren't aware that actually it could end up costing you potentially more because it's gonna
Oh,
take us
yeah.
more time and more
It usually
color,
does
more
cost more
product
to, like,
exactly, to
wait
get you
longer.
there, so,
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's like, I get it, in a sense, you're saving money by spreading those appointments apart, but those appointments that are spread apart more are gonna end up costing way more money than if you came in more often. So, yeah, I don't know, that's a tough
And you know what? I would tell
balance.
them that, and I do tell my clients that,
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you wanna wait a year between your appointments, now, of course, that's not for every appointment, you're not getting a bleach out and coming back a year later. Now, if you are,
Yeah,
that's cool too, like, if you wanna live your life like that, that's great. I can't even
yeah.
go longer than fucking 10 days, so you wanna go
Yeah.
you wanna
You
go a
wanna go a
year?
year?
Then, like, sure, that's fine, babe, but, like, if you are aware of the fact that every year you're basically gonna have to pay for the full price of going through the
Yep,
whole thing, then that's a decision that you're allowed to make, and if that still is cheaper than you coming every 6 weeks, I'm okay with that. I don't mind doing a platinum card to do your roots once a year,
yep,
every year. It's fine with
yep,
me, as long as you're okay with the price, you know? So if that works out.
yeah,
Now, you're
I
not gonna
agree.
sit in my chair and say you want like a full bleach out and spend less than a certain amount. You know what? And I have had this happen before where I've had clients that are like, "I do want a bleach out, but I can't afford it." But they are a natural level 8. I'm like, "Great. Guess what I have? I have a high lift.
Mhm.
Can you
Yep,
afford a color every 6 to 8 weeks? Yeah? Great. Let's do that. Let's do a high lift, and
yep,
once a year, we can do a highlight. If there's any midtones and we have to brighten that out, then we can do a
yeah,
highlight once a year in the summer. Rest of the year, you have a high lift as your color. You know, that was a
yep,
compromise where that client was able to afford it, and I was able to still allow them to have the look they want, you know?
exactly. I
Everyone's
guess
a winner.
that's well, and that's why we're, professionals when it comes to giving other, um,
Yeah.
routes or, like, there's always another way that we could do this that, could
Mhm.
make it more cost effective. There's always another way
Mhm.
that we could do this that could, you know, maybe make this work for you or
100%.
whatever. Yeah, so, like,
Or at
I
least
agree
let
with you.
somebody
We're
know
on
that
the
their
same page.
expectation needs to be with where their budget is. So if you have always
Yeah,
wanted this really intense service, just learn that until you either find somebody who is brand new in the industry and you get lucky and they're willing to do it for you for next to nothing, or you just put that on the back burner and go with a more realistic version of that
yeah.
idea, you know, you
Or
have to
maybe
come
you're
to
an
terms with that.
influencer. Maybe you're an influencer and you're
Um,
talking to me about,
yeah, and that was another reason why I
mm,
was gonna say no about the influencer thing. So now I'm gonna look at all the other hairstylists that you've done this to,
yeah,
like, you you're literally shopping around and showing all the people you've shopped around to, and I'm supposed to be like, "Cool,
yeah.
yeah."
Oh,
So
that's funny.
no, I'm not taking that client. I'm not taking that client, but I
No.
will take the client that is realistic with on a budget because also, girl, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
especially in these times, a lot of my clients are on a budget and we've had to switch up what we're doing with our look. That is
Yes.
A-okay with me. We have all been there before, and I also know that there's a lot of people that started off on a budget and now they're not. So,
Yeah.
like,
And
tax
realistically,
brackets
color has
change.
yeah, and color has gotten more expensive, so it is
Oh,
understandable, right?
yeah.
Like, and it's
Oh,
our
yeah.
job to make that work or send them to somebody else that can
Mhm,
make it work if it doesn't work
mhm.
for us, right? Yeah,
There's always a stylist or a product for every single person, client, look, result. So, you know,
exactly.
find the right fit. We all couldn't do your hair even if we wanted to. If it makes it where we have to refer you to somebody else that will be the perfect fit for you, then you
Yeah,
should go for it. Yeah.
yeah. This is a really fun game.
I love this game. I didn't realize I would like
Yeah,
this as much. So I feel like we should be
yeah,
doing this again
I
in the
wanna do this
future.
again. Yeah, I think
Okay,
this
okay,
was a
cool, cool,
really
cool,
fun
cool,
game.
cool, 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 cool.
Okay,
I'll
and I would
definitely bring
love
this game
it
back.
if anybody out there that's listening has any scenarios to send us for our future
Oh
game. We can
yeah.
start kinda, like, collecting them all, so that when we're ready for another one, we've got a little list from the listeners.
I would love if listeners sent us some scenario clients. You know, that would be awesome. We want to hear it. And you can send that over to locks of lore podcast at gmail.com. And while you're at it, don't be afraid to give us a like, 5 stars, and leave a comment and let us know how much you enjoyed this episode. If you have anything else to say that's not very nice, don't tell us at all. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Only tell us
Tash
nice
can't
things
take
and
it
how
today.
pretty we
She's
are.
hungover. Until tomorrow, then you can tell us everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
literally have a star.
I
I
was
literally have
wondering what that
I
was.
have a star sticker because I have a zit on my cheek. So it's a
I
star
thought that
s
was
it's one
just
of
a
those, like
fucking glitch.
yeah, that just keeps moving with my face. No, it's a star.
I was gonna be like, "Tash, you have, like, a little glitch that's following you, so I think you need to see someone about that, because that's
Haunted.
not a tech issue." Yeah. Ooh, the haunted just keeps happening. This is actually a supernatural
Yeah.
podcast, and
This
Tash
is
is
how I get
your lip is
haunted. I just get a
haunted.
little
Yeah.
yeah, I just get a little green glitch. That's my haunt.
Yeah. Just follows you everywhere, like, "Oh god. That's just my
Love
glitch,
that
don't
for
worry about
me.
it."
Yeah.
I don't.
Just my glitch. I
It's not
Andy and
glitch,
I
don't
were
worry
going
about
out
it.
for lunch today, and I was like, "Should I wear this star on my face?" And he said, "Tash, just be proud. Wear the star and be proud." But I took it off. I couldn't do it. I took it off. I
I
know
can't
some
do it
people wear them
either.
out. Yeah, I know some people wear them out in public.
Does it actually heal the
Mm.
zit?
Yeah, it heals it, and it pulls all the stuff out of it.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
I
just to
love
be cute.
No, I love these things for that reason because they really actually do help the healing
Hmm,
time, but the green ones
interesting.
aren't, like, the prettiest, like, I'd rather, like, a cute color, you know? Greens,
Like what?
not so much. I don't know, like, blue or pink at least or something.
Does it come in different colors?
Yeah, I had ordered a pack that had, like, all the colors of the rainbow, but I just feel like green isn't very
Oh,
complimentary on my face.
it looks like a glitch.
Yeah, it's just yeah, exactly.
It's just like a
So
little, like, pixel that's following around on your face. Yeah.
it's like Black Mirror.
Don't say that, that show scares me.
I
I
love
can't
that
watch
show.
it. It's too much for me.
Oh, it's so
I also
good.
don't like that
S
each episode's a different scenario. It just like I can't hang.
Oh, I really like I especially like the first couple seasons, holy, they were so good. Speaking of shows, I just went to the Michael movie, Benny, and for those of you out there that don't know, I'm a
Mhm, mhm.
psycho super MJ fan, and I
Huge,
have been since I
huge.
was a tiny little child, and
Tiny little
I
child.
was a hyperventilating, bawling disaster. I was a mess. I brought a full box of Kleenex that I opened as I sat down, knowing what I would be getting into. Jafar Jackson did a good job, so I was pleasantly surprised because I was going into it, preparing myself to hate it because I get really protective over MJ.
You've had a
But,
very interesting week.
yes, I have, yeah, so I just wanted to
Yeah.
mention that I went to the movie. So
Well, that's actually like a life event for you. It's not just like a
Well,
Tuesday
it is!
movie, you know?
No, it's
Yeah.
not, you guys, it's actually a big life event for me, and, like, I've had
Yeah.
these movie tickets for months,
Months?
I've been, reading about this movie for the past 3 years knowing that it was in the works, so, like, this was actually a big life event for me, everybody.
Wow.
It's right up there with my wedding.
Yeah. Maybe we
It's
should have a
fine.
whole episode on what you think of Michael Jackson.
I would love that. I could talk your ear off.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a whole spin-off episode of Ghosts and Let's have Michael Jackson on the podcast.
Oh, yeah!
We
Do you
can just
think
do
he
like a little
would?
ghost channeling. Yeah, of course.
Uh-huh.
I think he saw your
Yeah.
post. He's touched.
Yeah, well, so
Yeah.
I was telling Benny before we went on to our, recording today that, I made a post that's kinda going viral at the moment, and it's, like, the before and after of me going to the movie and
Yeah.
then after the movie, and it's literally taken off further than even any of my hair content videos do, so that is
Yeah.
pretty hilarious. So I feel like Michael probably saw that.
100% he saw it. Yeah. So excited for you. Well, I hope that, next week is just as eventful and
Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna have any more drinks for a while. That was
never again
enough
for the rest of your
for
life.
me. Yeah, never again for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That was enough
I
for
say it
a
every
few
time.
months.
Yeah. Well, have an amazing week, Tash, and everybody have an amazing week, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
That wraps up today's episode of Locks of Lore. If this conversation hit close to home, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a stylist who needs to hear it.
You can find us on social media at Benny_and the Jets.
And at tashpotatoes_hair.
If you've got a story, question, or salon situation you want us to break down, send it our way, anonymously always, at locksoflorepodcast@gmail.com.
Until next time, know your worth,
Protect your energy.
and we'll see you behind the chair.